We might have set a record tonight.
It's the deadest it's ever been.
For the number of cancelable things said.
If you are seeing this, we're back. And you know
if
what?
If you're not seeing this, then it was
like last week's
forever.
episode.
Yeah.
These things happen.
Either we're back or the pacts got enacted and they somehow hacked into drive-thru's computer and somehow found this footage.
That is true.
Or it sucked again. Listen, okay. For the sake of transparency, we recorded an episode last week. It was me, Ben, and Caleb. I felt dead all day. I don't know about you guys, but it was
the worst podcast that's ever been created.
It was so bad. And I don't like calling out. I don't like being the guy who like jumps on the episode and ruins it, and it's all like
fucking Christ.
Oh, this thing sucks.
My camera broke. My camera broke. Hold on.
Anyway, I'm drive-thru. I'm here. Ben's here. Cody's here. Caleb's here. Welcome to 126.
I'm Cody and Caleb.
The real episode 126. Basically, it was just horrible. It sucked.
Nobody would want to watch it. If you did watch it,
and that's saying something, because
you can't speak if you don't have your camera on.
I thought my camera was on. God damn it! Hold on.
It is not. We like even tried to resurrect it. We like dug into the backlog of things that we think would have saved the podcast, which for those of you wondering is a hotel review in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And it was not interesting. It was like not even funny. We tried to rip some GeoGuessr. It was just not fun. Oh my God.
The fact that Pine Bluff fucking hotel reviews did not save that podcast.
We really thought that would be it. We thought we could just go to the cheapest hotel in Pine Bluff, Arkansas and find some funny ass pictures. And it was actually a nice
hotel. It was a nice hotel.
So yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, let's re-record the podcast. And then we just never really did it because everyone's busy. And then I was like, well, we're not putting that piece of shit up. So we'll be seeing you. So welcome to the real 126. We made it 125 weeks before literally recording an episode so bad that it never saw the light of day.
That is true.
Over 2 years, that's all right.
That's tough. Like episode 90, you can at least still watch on Spotify, but yeah, the original 126 gone forever.
Rest in peace. That being said, 90.
That being said, we've got some news this week. So open it up with the news. Finally, something on the NASCAR is getting sued front. I feel like I've just been seeing like Bob and Matt Weaver. There's been so many tweets for the past few weeks of like, so-and-so first injunction failed, whatever, filing, new judge, whatever. Finally, there's some actual like cold hard like effects, consequences of their actions. And that is that their second injunction filing, whatever, their new judge was like
preliminary injunction,
basically said, NASCAR, you have to sell these charters to 2311 and Front Row, and they have to accept them, because it was getting to the point where people were looking around going like, are they gonna run unchartered cars? What's gonna happen? But it looks like they've looked at it and they've said at least that NASCAR's clause that they said that teams can't sue them is potentially unlawful, which doesn't take a genius to think of, I guess. And the other thing was Tyler Reddick was about to like, it was going to be like 30 days since they filed this thing or whatever. And on Tyler Reddick's contract, he says that he has to have a charter, and if he doesn't have a charter, then like he can go see other teams. And they were potentially ready to go talk to other teams, and 2311 was like, guys, make a fucking decision. This is gonna be really bad if you guys don't do something about it. And they did. So it remains to be seen how much they'll be proven right, but I did appreciate that all I saw was Denny just tweeting yes, and then everyone being like, okay, I wonder what happened, and then all the reports came out.
That's good news.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Ooh.
It's not?
Bad news.
Okay.
I thought you hated NASCAR.
I love NASCAR.
Okay. Okay, Rusty. That's a real Rusty turnaround.
Hey, don't ever compare me to Rusty.
That's true. At least you're here. Only other piece of news this week. Trackhouse, on Connor Zillish's request, are going to be entering the Daytona 24 in partnership with TF Sport, who are switching to a Corvette GT3. And their driver lineup might be one of the most based things in history. Because we got this sooner than I ever thought we would. Connor Zilish and Shane Van Gisbergen are going to share a car. And they also invited Ben Keating, the sports car guy, and Scott McLaughlin, which is a crazy lineup.
ShrimpHours was first on this
nuts.
driver combo.
Apparently Connor Zilish just kept asking them. He's like, guys, we need to enter a car. He really wanted to do this race. And he's proven to be pretty damn good. And I don't know how well they can compete against the other GT3 Pro teams, because there's some big ass outfits they're going up against.
Well, just a reminder to those in the around the Daytona area, it is literally just $90 to go to watch the Daytona 24-hour.
And you could also not spend $90 and go to a movie or something.
What the fuck's wrong with you, Caleb?
I agree. The comments are not going to treat you kindly. I gotta convert that one guy to get on your head again, because he's been talking shit about me and all the responses in the comments.
He's not even talking shit about anybody, because we're not putting out podcasts anymore.
No, believe me, I know. He said last week that I took another much deserved day off. So shout out to that dude. All right, enough of that. You know what time it is.
Oh no, we're missing one news.
You know what time it is.
Why are we? You should have told me beforehand.
Dripper drown.
Chance, he was gone. You just rapid fired that button.
Who cares? Dripper drown. Drip or drown.
What's the other piece of news?
Week
Perez
84
is gone.
Who cares?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, that's not
DT
fun.
does.
That's not a feel-good story at the end of the day.
Hold
Well,
on,
for some
I
yes, it is.
have another piece of news.
Is it
Are
that
you
this
finally doing it,
podcast is
Caleb?
dead?
I can't find it. I had it on the tip of my tongue. It's gone. So whatever.
I see that dog back there.
Dude,
The
she's
dog
passed
is
out right now.
out.
Dude,
By the way, you said you were going to move your towel and you moved it like 2 feet.
oh no, that's a different. That's a blanket.
That's a
you can also see
towel.
no, that's not a towel. But you can also see the fitted sheets coming loose right there at the bottom.
Oh,
Don't forget to bring a
from
towel.
the dog.
Dude, if you want to, usually like before a podcast, like I'll tidy up my room, I'll make my bed.
That's your version
If you
of
wanted to
tidy.
know, this is not tidy. I got a suitcase on the
you don't
floor,
say.
Target bag, laundry,
Yeah,
the
just
dog.
Give us the whole tour.
This
Dude, I
motherfucker was
kinda
on
wanna
a work trip, dude. He took a field trip to another Target.
Dude, yeah, it was at a Target in Alabama. And I found out that if you look up who is Target security, blank city that I will not be saying out of respect for my coworker's identity, Alabama, it literally, like the new Google AI feature will literally just highlight his name when he's like supposed to be undercover. It was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. But it was like, who is Target security, blah, 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 Alabama. And it just, bam, name highlighted, bam, position. It's like, damn,
That's fun.
Jesus.
it's sold out.
Okay, on to actual Drip or Drown. Dale Jr. got the Teresa fucking rights to bring back
Have
the
we
number
not
8.
talked about that?
That was in the podcast that was
That was on
gone.
the podcast that doesn't exist, Caleb.
Wow.
Anyway, they're bringing back the iconic DI number 8. It's going to be awesome. So, you know, in your mind, it's like, cool. You think of the Budweiser car.
In NASCAR? You mean not just the late model?
In the Xfinity series.
Okay.
So they're going to bring it back under Junior Motorsports. And they've announced 3 paint schemes already.
And they're all made.
They
bad.
are all just normal Sammy Smith cars with the 8 on them.
They all look like shit.
They don't look
I
like
would
shit.
say they
They're
look
just,
like shit. They're
they're
just
just
look like
normal
shit.
cars.
Looks better with the old
Mid.
8, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you gonna bring back the cool new the cool old number font and then just be like, yes,
It's like when they
whatever the hell
unretired the 3
these
for
are.
Austin
Dude, put
Dillon.
Sammy
It
Smith in the
is. That's a good
fucking.
point. It's
Put
literally
Sammy
like the
Smith in
Austin
the
Dillon
9.
3.
Like, why does Sammy Smith need to be in the 8? Use the 8 for like a Dale Jr. one-off. You put fucking Sammy Smith.
That's what I
Sammy
kind of thought it
Smith.
was gonna be. They're bringing back data. I was gonna be like, okay, so Dale Jr. does his like 2 races. Although he did say he's not gonna do any this year, is he?
No, he said he's done.
So they
This
bring
was
back the
it.
number when he's done. He can't have like one more
Well, that
shot.
wasn't. No, that wasn't. That's. He said he'll come back if like a sponsor pays enough money, like out the ass, to be like.
Budweiser. Hello.
He'll get the itch.
This will make a sick throwback, guaranteed. Unless it does. If they can't even get a good throwback out of this, I'm fighting someone.
Dude, fuck Pilot, fuck TMC, fuck Allstate Peterbilt Group for putting Blackbeard in charge of designing 3 junior motorsports shitters. Let Ryan Williams cook. Let him bring the 8 to justice, and instead we have to look at these pieces of shit
They're not
on
bad.
track. They are
They're not-
bad. They are bad.
You're
Okay.
bad.
All right.
Maybe it's
I
just because I
just-
had sky high expectations for the DEI 8's return to NASCAR. Like, can you imagine? Go back in time, tell somebody from like 2007, and they see that gorgeous Budweiser 8 on the track. Then the next time you're going to see this 8 on a NASCAR track, it's going to be Sammy Smith in the Xfinity Series in 2025.
I would agree with you, but they ran some
hate our
weird
current
ass
timeline. I
COTs.
fucking
Like when
hate
Mark
our current
Martin,
timeline.
when Mark
Eric
Martin drove that
Almirola,
car, and Eric Almirola
You know what I
drove
mean,
the
though.
8.
You know what I mean.
Why
Okay.
is this the timeline
fair.
we had to be forced into? I hate it. I hate it.
I just think it would have been
We
sick to at
literally-
least
I don't wanna
announce it
be
by
here
doing
anymore.
like, here's a sick one-off like red
Okay,
pilot
can
car
you
or something.
expand this for a minute? I have a genuine question for you and the audience. But I've been thinking recently, and that's never a good thing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say,
hurt
I'm
yourself, did
concerned.
you?
Do we live in the worst possible timeline? Like, when was the
Yes.
last thing something went right? It's all gone wrong.
Like mid
Everything is
2010s.
bad. Not even before that. Like, everything is fucked. Everything's like, I feel like we're in that one timeline where they
was
like
Dale.
fuck everything up. It might have been Dale.
left. When Dale
No, it was
left us, just
Harambe.
all-
It was Harambe. Once Harambe happened, everything hit the
Well,
shitter.
Harambe
shot that
happened after
monkey.
Dale.
Sometimes you
My
have to
point.
shoot a gorilla in the face 57 times. These things happen.
It was literally Dale. There. Listen, I don't want to get too dark, but there was a certain other terrible event that happened not more than a few months after Dale's incident.
Well, that's George Bush's
That
fault.
basically
That's not our
that basically led to history as we know it altering significantly.
So this is the fault of
Dale.
Dale
It
and
was
George
all
Bush.
Dale leaving us.
If
and
you
just
went back in
society has
time-
never been the same.
and like just change that one event, like make Dale be involved in the Tony Stewart flip big one. Like, life would be perfect right now. We'd have flying cars.
Society.
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
that utopia meme.
Society if Dale's
We would still have Gen
if you
4s.
wore a Han's device.
Rusty
but
would still be here with us.
It's true. No, Rusty, we wouldn't be here together. We would be better off just having successful lives.
Dude, that's what I mean, is our lives would all be perfect. Like, that was the second downfall of life, was Core season 1, meeting the Shrimps, what would come to be the Shrimps, and coming to know this group of people has just irreversibly ruined my life and all of
true.
our lives.
Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah, like the fall of 2018. That was like the second worst event in history, only to the aforementioned one. That
There's Dale dying, there's
The
9/11, and there's shrimpage being created.
creation of shrimpage.
The
Shrimp
creation of
Genesis.
might be above 9/11.
Write that title now.
That's Shrimp Hours 126.
9/11, the creation of shrimpage.
All right.
Oh boy.
Speaking of bad things, I've got some
Yeah.
Hendrick paint schemes to show you.
Dude, don't even,
God.
don't
Oh,
even, don't
can we-
even.
Let's
don't
not even give them. Let's not
Don't,
even.
don't even.
There are
Everyone's
some
seen them.
good ones. There are genuinely some good ones.
they are
I'm
not.
gonna be changing the song to "Drown or Drown."
A broken
However-
clock is right twice
We
a
will
day.
be starting with Alex Bowman's new
Oh
paint
my
scheme.
god, what is
for
that? This is the
2025.
first time I'm seeing this. What the fuck is this?
Is that Jackson Storm?
It's so bad.
What the fuck is a 40 ally?
It should be studied how good they are at making bad ally cars. They put the
This is-
right through the logo. Like
We're almost at a decade straight of just shitter ally cars. There hasn't been one good one.
this is so. The one
couple
last year was like
OG.
passable. No, the
the
stupid hood
2018,
ones. I'm not having
2019.
it. Those hoods look
2020
like
Jimmy
ass.
ones are okay. I didn't mind those. Maybe that's just the nostalgia, but
The one last year is probably the best primary he's ever had, and they've responded by. Dude, what the fuck is this?
The Ally 48, I feel like, is cursed. You know,
Whose like cousin designed this?
not even cousin. This is like.
Which
you know
kid
what
in
I
a
mean.
hospital did
Yeah.
this?
you know what time it is.
Time to take it out back, redo it. Get Ryan Williams to do it. It'll be the great. Like
Yeah, do it
each
right.
ally car he did
Yeah,
slapped.
do it right. As
Yeah.
you say.
That's my favorite part
On the
about
car.
these. Is it always says "do it right" on the car. It's just always ass, except
I'm
for
not
that
gonna
one
lie to
Nashville
you.
car.
Not even Ryan Williams could save the 48 Ally car. Like. I
Nah,
don't know,
the
there's just-
one Nashville one. Hold on.
It was okay. It wasn't great.
Okay, but
And
it's better than any
that's
other.
not Ryan Williams' fault. That is the stupid, like something about their logo specifically and the 48, like with the forward number, just looks so stupid. Like it just
Yeah, they
doesn't.
put it so close together too, dude. This thing was sick. Like that as a primary, I feel like they
It's
obviously don't do the
okay.
It's
guitar
okay.
thing.
It's okay.
I would
Yeah,
say
maybe
it's
I just-
sick.
Maybe I
It's
hold it
alright.
higher just because it's like the only decent Ally 48.
And go from that to
The only decent one was the Detroit
This
Pistons
is-
one.
that was Drown of the Year
Detroit basketball
2023, wasn't it? Or 2022? One or the other.
2023.
this just
Anyway,
I
moving
don't
on.
The
like
other
our
thing
current
is there's
timeline.
no painted side skirts.
Yeah, that's Chevrolet as of this year. It's like, oh, the Camaro's not real, so we can paint the side skirts. And I'm like, sick. We're gonna get some sick Chevys with painted side skirts, and then
They're painted. They're just painted black.
die.
I know. A red
All right.
Nah, I won't.
On the
you
flip
paint
side-
it black.
Oh my god.
You don't like it?
It's all right.
No, I don't.
I think
like
it's
it.
all right. Kyle Larson, Valvoline.
It's not the greatest, but
Painted side skirts. I think it's cool.
It's okay.
The
I mean,
sticking
it's
that up through there is a little
alright.
bit interesting. It's
Not a
it's
fan of what they're doing up
so
top.
Blackbeard though.
like near like the reir window on the sides.
The American people have
It's
grown tired of Blackbeard.
That's a little.
It's
If they did without that white stripe, honestly, it'd probably be better.
I might be growing tired of Blackbeard. I'll be honest.
Blackbeard does the same shit, and it's growing stale.
He probably tried to get them to lean these number 5s forwards too, and they wouldn't let him.
The number 5 forward would be a sin against humanity. Speaking of Valvoline number 5s, I have a show and tell specifically for Cody. But I'm hijacking your segment. Turn the camera on. There you go. I went to Lionel Racing. They have a retail store in Nashville.
I'm sorry.
And I spent too much goddamn money. But one of my purchases was a Kyle Larson Nashville winning car
How much
that
was
doesn't
that?
have $50, I think.
Oh, it's actually not horrific.
Yeah, but they had some big sale going on, so I bought this one for the deceased, no longer with us, Ed Soundhead. This was $25. Was a Brad,
Mm.
the chrome number, and then I bought a
25
shit ton
bones.
of
This is a good deal.
dude. $25.
Damn good.
Oh shit! I'm dropping everything. I bought a Raja truck.
Oh, that's another piece of news. They announced he's back in that truck next year.
I bought
He
another.
also got signed to some new agency or something. There's a forward-leaning 5.
Yeah. I love that.
Nut. I bought a Dale Jr.
Dale.
Nut. Hold on, I have other shit. Oh, you guys are gonna hate these ones. Actually, not the first one.
All these purchases. And he
Show
hasn't
and tell,
sent
show and show
my
and tell.
money for the diecast he committed to.
I bought this one because I had to. The
Fish
Bush,
car. Hell yeah.
The fish car. This is where you guys are gonna start to get mad at me. And I
Alright.
apologize in advance. I may
Alex
have bought
Bowman.
a Joey Logano championship winning.
Oh, hell no.
What the fuck, man? And then Cody,
Confetti on it.
Cody is really not gonna. Yeah, they put fucking real confetti on the 164. What are you talking about? Anyways,
Oh, this is
Cody's really
Ryan
gonna be
Blaney.
hating this one. Dun, dun.
People are clicking off the stream. Shows the stupid car. Oh, it's Boa. Okay.
Oh my god. I think you
I think
guys
it's
make
time
way
the
bigger of a
23
deal of
gets a
that
new
than I do.
driver.
Time for
Maybe
that
it's- I don't
23 to
think so.
drive it, find a new driver, and being a Kyle Larson fan is crazy.
But
I
yeah,
just wanna
how can you look
say-
at the previous Valvoline scheme and
Yeah,
then
you're
fact that
right.
that lives
You're
rent
right.
free.
Look
You're
at
right.
this
It's
thing. Look at
crazy.
this thing. This thing
Yeah.
is so much better.
The circle logo was sick. I don't know why they used that for 2 years and then went back to the old clunky square thing.
If Slap was
whatever.
here, he'd know what to say.
I just want to say, the tips for every Blackbeard design ever is do something weird with the headlights. Make a circle around the wheel well. Have a bunch of colors that almost touch each other but don't, and then do some weird ass shit around the taillights and the like. Have some kind of
Can we go back to the
symmetrical
Sammy
weird
Smith
ass
cars and
design.
let's test. Let's see if this stands.
Yeah,
the
all
test
right.
of time.
Okay, so same thing. He did all of these weird ass shit around the headlights, bunch of colors that don't touch each other, circle around the wheel well. I don't think there's a picture of the rear, but a similar thing. He also loves leading numbers forwards, which I guess works in this case. This one's a bit simpler, but oh, dude, he loves doing these, like just like a stick out little shape.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, same with this. Bunch of little hexagonal type things, colors that don't touch each other.
That's
and
it.
then-
It's the hexagons that get me. It's like, what are we doing?
It is all hexagons.
Oops, all hexagons.
I think, like, he might have peaked in 2017 when he did those Casey Kane Procore cars. Anyway,
Speaking of, dude, I saw a crazy stat. Did you know that Casey Kane has a Cup Series win more recently than Jimmy Johnson does?
I did see that, which was
I
yeah,
did not see that.
that was one of the 5 wide sports that we can go through those because I haven't looked
Oh
at all
yeah,
those.
can we do that? Yeah,
right,
find
we'll
that
do that
thread,
after.
because that's
After
actually
Drip or
really
Drown.
interesting.
Drip or drown. Get it
Oh
off
my
the
God,
screen.
Yeah, move it. Just drown. Immediate drown. Don't
Okay,
even
I like
glorify
that they-
talking about it.
It's better than
I don't-
last
no,
year's
no,
car.
No,
No, don't even glorify talking about it.
'Cause he ran a gray one last year.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Jesus Christ. All right, Chase Elliott, Lumar, number 9.
That
is
actually looks
also
pretty
a
good.
border.
You know what's funny? This is probably
like
the
this one.
only Lumar car that's actually decent.
It doesn't have a blue
fucking
number.
Blue number.
We've
Yeah.
said for years that they need to stop putting the blue number on there. It's been there for like 6 years,
Do you
and they
not like this
finally
one,
got rid
Cody?
of it.
I'm not a fan. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not a fan.
Look, after
Well,
the
why did
shit
they
that
rotate
we've
these?
Each
seen
their
the
own.
last couple
Hey, yeah,
minutes,
the bar is so low that this is just passable.
I don't even know who did this design.
I don't like the orange. up
I like
front.
it.
Just the random orange shit.
The
like
random
that.
orange
does-
on the hood, yeah, it's
It
kind of
being
crazy.
like it's stuck on the hood, but the logo is like beyond the hood. I don't know what's up with that.
Well, just why not keep it all red? Just the red
And
and black
I
would
just,
be cool.
if they just took the Lumar and just like straightened it out, and they took the window film and paint protection thing and just straightened it out, I feel like it would look better. I don't know why it's all angled.
I don't know. I liked it. I like it angled
Yeah, okay.
because then you'll have the 48 Ally.
The design and colors and it's just those weird orange accents that are kind of thrown.
Also, the way it's rotated is completely like different from the design itself. I don't know.
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah,
not
that
at the
is
same
true.
angle. What the?
All right,
What
that
the
is an
hell?
issue.
I also don't understand how this is white on red, but then the signature in the Kelly Blue Book is black on it.
Die.
The more you look into it, the worse it gets. Oh, Chase Elliott primary.
Die.
That's
It's
actually
just
not
like
terrible.
last year, but they made the stripes yellow instead of blue.
And last year's was just like 2023, except they just made the white part blue. So
I remember not being a fan of
This
it
is the
when it first
100th
came out, but
anniversary. Do something cool.
That's actually not. It's not terrible. I'm actually dare I say I kind of like it a little bit.
Ugh.
It's not amazing. It's not great, but I don't hate it.
oh, what was that?
Okay,
don't catch
RFK
me.
dropped a couple cars. They've got the consumer cellular machine. Oh, it's not that good. Calm down. It's just okay.
It's just so much better than the Hendrix shit boxes I had to look at.
And just anything.
I do
Brad's on
appreciate that they
automatically makes it
rendered
better.
the fucking. Oh no,
I
it's
never
actually a
realized
picture.
the spikes around the wheel well.
Yeah, I don't like it all that much. Or
Hold on, I
whatever
actually kind of
this
like those.
is.
No, that's sick.
Yeah, because that doesn't really match.
My
That
favorite
number
part
one
is
is
that
weird.
they have the like get 2 unlimited lines for $60 promo, and on the 60 car they use the number in the sponsor
That's kind
promo.
of sick.
I think that's
pretty
awesome.
sick. I like it.
Yeah, I think they only do like 1 or 2 races, but yeah, it'll be cool.
Paint the side skirts. Rather than that, I like it.
Yeah, Ford is still scared of painting the side skirts, which is
They can throw their
glad.
logo on there,
what
but
was
not some
that?
paint.
The only other car they've got is a new Castrol machine. Now that they've got the new Castrol branding,
Kinda nutty.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I
don't
like this.
What's with the drop shadow on the logo? Is that real? Do they have that? Because they have that on the Castrol. Whoever drives the supercars one. I guess it's simpler, but I don't know why they have this like drop shadow. Here's the supercars one where it's like just like this is kind of nutty, I think, where it's just Castrol on white. What is up with that? Maybe they'll get rid of that when they actually put it on the car.
Maybe.
There's
I don't
also
know,
another
like,
example
it's
of
very
like
bright and fluorescent, and it's gonna have chrome numbers on it, and it's gonna be hot.
yeah. I think it's okay. I feel like they could have done more.
Eh.
But it will be bright and
Again, the
cool.
bar is like so far in hell right now that just anything above it.
Try to make
I will...
any paint scheme look good is just show you the Bowman car first.
Dude, what the fuck are NASCAR designers doing? Like, if we're gonna move the fucking number back to the center of the door, if these designers are just going to shit the bed, every car looks like ass. I don't want to spend any of my money on any of your products because your
You
cars
just
look
talked
like
about all the
shit.
money you spend on their products.
Kill yourself. Fuck NASCAR. That's it.
All right. NASCAR is over. 2 minutes of football.
Okay, I'm big dicking all of you as well. The Titans benched Will Levis. The era has come to an end of the Mayo Master. And Kirk Cousins also got benched for Michael Penis Jr., who is now my QB1.
I heard that his like
appreciate-
ex-girlfriend showed up to that game in person, and he gets benched. Is that true? Did you see that?
So his ex-girlfriend not only showed up to the game, but he threw 3 interceptions and lost a fumble in the first quarter alone.
Oh my god.
One of which was a pick 6 and got benched for the rest of the game and now the rest of the season as well. So shout out to Will Levis for doing that in front of his ex-girlfriend. And then Kirk Cousins is demanding to be cut / released or traded at the end of the season. So
Well, that's hilarious.
I want to fucking die.
That relationship didn't last long.
It was a 4-year, $180 million contract he got.
And we're
Literally.
15 weeks into the first year, and they're already saying fuck.
Hey, at least he didn't pay that much money for Daniel Jones.
Or Deshaun
Well, I was gonna
Watson.
say, if they
Yeah.
trade him off, don't they
Or
like
Deshaun Watson.
get that
So
money
nobody's
back?
trading
Make
for
someone else
him.
pay him?
Nobody's trading for him because they would
Nobody's going to
automatically
take that money.
Yeah, they would automatically be on the hook for the rest of his
So
contract.
is he
what
just not gonna play? Is he
No,
retiring?
no, no. So what's going to happen is it's going to be like Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson made $55 million a year with the Broncos, but he demanded to get released, and the Broncos granted it. So then he went to sign with Pittsburgh for the league minimum. It was like $900,000, but Denver's still on the hook to pay him all that money. So it's like a middle finger to Denver for cutting him. And his new team will be is like, dude, we get a fucking like franchise quarterback for $900,000. Like, hell
So you
yeah.
can get paid by your new team, and your old team retains like your entire
It's basically
salary?
like a contract buyout, basically. Where I mean, it goes on the books as dead cap. So they're paying what they agreed to pay, except he's just on a new team.
Damn.
For the Brown side, Jameis Winston has thrown his last interception. He threw 3 more interceptions.
I
and,
understand
has
that.
gotten benched.
But how are you gonna throw him out with like 2 games left?
Because we might keep our backup Dorian Thompson Robinson. I always
Dorian
fuck up the name.
Thompson
Dorian.
Robinson.
Ben, famously good at pronouncing people's names correctly.
We've talked
Ben
about this
Easterday,
before.
yeah.
But Ben is the stupidest smart person in history. Where he just cannot speak English, but he has the mind of a rocket scientist.
I don't know about that.
He just doesn't do
But
word good.
I cannot speak English worth a fuck.
We should see how long
These
it took
things
him to pronounce Shane Van Gisbergen.
The
Mhm.
Say
NFC
Shane Van Gisbergen right now. Ben.
the NFC North continues to be cracked. It's kind of fucking ridiculous. With the exception of the Bears, the NFC North is like one of the best divisions in NFL history right now.
So I think I asked this last time, but how does the wild card work for them?
Packers basically all but have a wild card spot set as long as they don't like
Okay.
fuck these last 3 games. But yeah,
So
it's
like
funny.
the top 3 are all gonna make it pretty much.
Basically, yeah,
Okay.
they're 10 and
That's
they're
good.
10 and 4 right now, which basically is leading any other division in the league. But that is good for 3rd in the NFC North right now.
So that's
As long as the top
The-
3 can make it, that's all that matters.
Well,
Basically,
if this was a few years ago too, it would be fucked up because there were only 6 playoff spots per conference. So it was like there would have been a team that was left out.
well,
I think it
they'd
was
still be the 2 wild cards in. Just Washington wouldn't have that 3rd wild card spot like they do right now.
Oh yeah, I guess so. But yeah, there was a couple years ago, I think 2020 COVID year, but I think it was like, oh, I don't remember. There was a team that had like 11 wins or 12 wins or something, and they got left out because Washington won the division at 6-10.
Jesus.
Brady.
And so we just had 6-10 Washington host Tampa Bay and Tom Brady, and they got absolutely fucking destroyed in the wild card round, and it catapulted the Bucks to their Super Bowl run.
2008, the year after Brady and the Patriots went on that 16-0 run and got upset at the Super Bowl. He tore his ACL week 1 that following season. They went 11-5, but missed the playoffs, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, it happens every now and then.
Yeah.
Not so
That's
much
just
anymore now
football.
that they have 7 spots per conference now instead of 6.
Real quick, on the fantasy front, playoffs started in Los's fantasy league, and
I should check.
literally all 4 championship matchups were upsets. The fucking 8th seed beat the 1st, the 7th beat the 2nd, the 6th beat the 3rd. Everyone got fucked, myself included. And I just want to shout out Cooper Kupp for going 0 for 3 and giving me 0 points on Thursday of the first playoff week. What an absolute bum.
That's fantasy football for you, man.
Dude,
At least I learned to not start Deebo Samuel because he is continuing to just be the biggest draft bust in fantasy history, other than
Christian
McCaffrey, who I also had. So shout out to the 49ers. I might be a 49ers hater at this point.
Good.
I did
saw-
crush Cody, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks for that.
dude. I didn't even check our league. This
Cody
week.
coming to us live from the face of the sun.
Sorry, is that better?
Yeah.
I had my exposure set for the dark Discord interface instead of the bright Yahoo Fantasy Football one.
But yeah, I had 150 points and he had 100.
150, goddamn.
Oh, our
Mhm.
playoffs haven't started yet. Ed beat me for only the 3rd time this season.
He also did
Nick
better than
Chubb's
you in
on
fantasy
IR
football.
again.
Yeah, he was ready to give up, but if he wins his next one and like a couple other people lose, he'll have like the 4th or 5th best record in the league. When he
Well,
was
that's
like,
because nobody else is playing the video game anymore.
I am.
Okay, well,
I
you're
am.
nobody, so. Okay, you're
Thanks.
also nobody, so.
Wow, dude.
All right, we're going to the planet.
Yeah, we'll totally do your league next year. Hey, Ellie, you're famous.
At the track, Animal Planet, it's Animal Planet. Listen to some stories from the track. More.
I'm gonna take first animal on this one.
Oh, got a DT animal report.
Oh,
Oh, other
Actually,
than
Cody
Ellie,
beat
of
you to
course. Yeah. Yeah, because Slap was supposed to be here, and we were like, Slap, come to the podcast, and he showed up. This is like
I
Slap,
think
like
you're the animal.
that's what I'm getting at.
that's what he's getting at.
This is like the worst time of the year for Slap because it's literally like Christmas hell as a delivery dude, and I was like, come
10
through,
to
we're saving the
12-hour
podcast.
shifts.
And like half an hour before recording time, I was like, all right, I'm gonna lay down and like watch a YouTube video, and then we'll fucking rip the podcast. And then I woke up and it was 10 p.m. and I was like, fuck. And apparently Slap had already left at that point. And
Yep.
He's dead, and I might have killed him. My bad.
Yeah, we were sitting in here for like 30 minutes. And we were like, where the fuck is drive-thru? To the point where I went on the core account trying to see if I could find his phone number to call him and wake him up. And we finally gave up hope. We were like, all right, drive-thru's dead. We can't reach him. I'm going to record the podcast. And Slap said, okay, and disconnected. And we have not heard from him since.
I didn't know that detail. That's kind of funny. My bad. Listen, first time in 126 episodes. We've broken some streaks this week. Do we have any animals though?
I do want to test while my puppy is asleep in bed behind me. I'm just going to find, is there, dude, if I can find a plastic bag, I just want to see if I just crinkle how fast she pops up back.
Just to wake her up?
Because she's going to
Why
think
is
it's food. All right, let's go. Oh, I got an ear twitch.
The ear twitch.
No, it was like the tail curl a little bit.
Oh, she don't give a fuck. She's asleep. All right, never mind.
Yeah,
She
out.
knows you're faking it.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Don't call your dog a bitch.
No,
That's what she is.
Technically, she is. It's a
Scientifically
scientific,
accurate. Accurate. That's the
Scientifically
actual
accurate
name of
bitch.
a lady dog.
Biblically accurate, bitch.
There's a title contender.
Any other Animal Planet action?
If you guys don't have one, I got one from a few weeks ago now, but
I'll take it. Listen, we'll take what we can
so
get at this point.
So
We're
that's
gonna
when I was
resurrect the
down
show.
in Gateway, the Gateway Dirt Nats, St. Louis, everyone's favorite city. Show got wrapped up. On my way back to the hotel, it's like, hey, I'll grab a bite of Taco Bell, pretty standard tradition. Waiting in line, I think there's like 4 cars in front of me. All right, the
Hold on,
guy.
I think there's a song that we need to play before this.
All right, go ahead and
Let
do the
him-
Karen
no,
H.
let
Gaming
him-
song,
let
and
him-
then explain to me once the story is done that I'm
Yeah,
the
let him tell
Karen
the
somehow.
story.
No,
All
no,
right.
we gotta hit the music before he does
You
this.
goddamn.
All right.
I ordered a BLT, literally the simplest thing you can fucking order. Just can I get some
Dude, the
crispy
moment
bacon
I had a
patties? 'Cause I
food
want
animal
chewy
story,
rubbery
Ben
bacon.
was
They
just
had it on the
fucking
pan
so
for
eager
2
to
seconds.
get
It was a
that
fucking piece of rubber.
He did make
It's like,
this
what
song
is it?
and
You're like,
he used
they fill
twice.
a medium cup and put it inside an empty large cup.
I just
One
want
of
to
the
know all the
housekeeping
production.
people. She worked there. Could have left my scooter at home. I'm a big summer sausage fan.
Could have made us our Daytona USA remix.
I was gonna say we got the Karen song. We don't have the Daytona remix.
We got the Karen H. Gaming song before GTA 6.
I do it because I love it.
All right,
Anyway.
am I allowed to continue, or do you have some
Taco
other
Bell.
meme song queued up to?
Hold on, I
interrupt
do
my-
have one song queued up.
The
Oh, fuck,
soundboard.
soundboard's off.
Yeah, soundboards don't work in here, idiot. Yeah, can't do the Yoshi music in here.
Are you gonna
tell your story.
Yeah, come
I was
on.
waiting for you to finish your goddamn interruption. Anyway,
I do have one other thing.
Oh my God, Caleb.
chilling at the
Jesus
drive-thru, all the cars start to pull forward. Eventually, it gets to a point where there's like 2 cars in front of me, and then whoever's at the like thing finishes ordering their stuff, and just the one car that's like next in line just ain't going. And just we give them a couple seconds, all of a sudden we start to honk. Like everyone in line behind me start to honk, and they're like, "What the fuck's this dude's problem?" The guy that's in front of me goes around this dude, and then I'm next up. I go around him because he's just still not moving, even though we're honking.
Is he dead?
We pull up next to him. This motherfucker is passed the fuck out.
Oh,
the drive-
no.
Music going, car in park, just like basically like passed out against the fucking window.
Like Davy Davis at the end of a stream.
Basically, yeah, like it was like 11 p.m. on a Friday night, like in downtown.
Oh
St. Louis.
my
This motherfucker's
God.
on something or drunk or. This motherfucker was just unconscious at the wheel in the fucking.
Unconscious in the drive-thru. Sounds like a Shrimp album.
I was gonna say there's another title contender if we just didn't have a admittedly better one like 3 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah,
God damn.
some just drugged out or drunk as fuck.
Just St. Louis
Idiot.
things.
He wanted his
Yeah.
tacos, man. So
Well,
did he get lost like between the first window and the second window, or is it like
No,
after the order
they hadn't
thing?
even ordered yet. It was before the
Oh.
order window.
Oh,
was Like basically there's like a 2-car length gap between him and like the order window because there's 2 cars in front of him that had ordered gone, but he
and that
just
took
wasn't
long,
going
dude.
forward. And by the
Someone-
time it was like his turn, like me and everyone behind us just has zero patience. We're like all honking, like, "Hey, buddy, pull up." And then yeah, finally the person that was in front of me, like between me and this guy, in question, goes
Someone-
around him, and just everyone starts to go around him, and we look over, and just like, "Oh yeah, he's passed out."
Someone
the
2
person-
cars ahead of him in line had one hell of an order. Also, Caleb's dead. Oh, he's
The
back.
person in front
there
of
he
me or like someone in front of them must have said something because by the time I got to the window, there was like employees coming out
Oh,
and
they
like
gotta
looking
fucking-
like knocking at the fucking window. I
Yeah.
can see behind me just
Yeah. Hey, stupid fucker, wake up.
and that guy ordered some food and immediately got back on the road to drive back home. Because I'm sure
That's
no
fine.
one
probably OD'd.
Oh, don't do hard drugs.
That was a
kids.
well-deserved Karen H gaming moment right there.
I don't think
Yeah,
it was.
that's why I said that. Oh my god. Ben's just a hater. All right, Ben, go fucking
Well, we've
shoot
known that
up
for
and
a
then
while. I've known that forever.
Go to the Taco Bell.
Dude, did anybody ever try Rusty's fabled diaper tacos from Jack in the Box?
Diaper.
No, because I don't have a Jack in a Box around
I
me.
forgot about the fucking diaper taco.
I don't know
I've-
why they just came to the forefront of my mind. I think someone said tacos, and for like fast food taco, it just jolted my memory. But
I've only ever been to a Jack in the Box once. I specifically remember it. It was on my way out to South Dakota. No, yes. In 2017, me and my dad, yeah.
don't.
The fucking
Oh my god,
diaper
that's the diaper
tacos.
tacos. And I did not get a chance to try them on my one visit ever. That's fucking disgusting. I'm gonna throw up.
Our next
that
Rusty
open one.
Photoshop. Our next
my
Rusty
God.
Photoshop has to be like on
Oh,
the face of.
God.
Oh no. He's got to be like a troll in front of a bridge guarding the Jack in the Box diaper tacos.
My only ever Jack in the
Diaper
Box experience was I thought I was just ordering like a regular burger. I guess it was like some like weird garlic burger shit. It was just so overpowering. I literally couldn't eat it. It was
Oh,
just
man.
like too garlicky. Like it
Was
could
it like
That's
sort
the
of
thing.
covered in the garlic butter all on the buns?
I
and shit?
probably I just thought at the time I was ordering what I assumed was like a normal burger, but it just must have had some like extremely strong garlic shit. Like you wouldn't have to fucking worry about a vampire attack at that fucking place.
Dude, I love me some fucking garlic sauce. I'll eat it.
You would.
I gotta stop looking at these diaper tacos. Jesus Christ. God.
There's been some good title contenders in this podcast.
Fuck, I had another animal thing in my mind and now it's completely gone.
Tacos.
No, I don't think it was
I-
related to
This
this
is
at
just been a
all.
night of shrimps trying to make me throw up with a fucking
Dude, the
sniper
curdled milk.
taco,
Oh my
the
God.
LA, whatever that
LA
guy's
Beast.
name is.
Yeah, they were watching
LA
LA
Beast.
Beast.
We were
when I was
watching LA
asleep.
Beast videos like 5 minutes before we started the podcast.
I've
Dude.
never watched any of those. That was the first time I've seen that.
My
It's like, ugh.
We
My
have to show
favorite-
Ben the hot ice video. We have to show Ben the hot ice video.
My favorite
please.
one of all time that like I started talking about this with Caleb because they just came up on my recommended while I was watching or laying in bed last night. Just started going down all the nostalgia roads, and I was like struggling for breath, laughing so fucking hard. One of his most popular videos. Back in the day, there's like a brief like internet phenomenon where Haribo, the fucking gummy bear company, briefly released like a sugar-free version.
Oh yeah.
But
Yep.
that was
Yep.
before they had like truly refined like the sugar-free chemicals, and they're still
Yeah.
ironing out the kinks. And I guess even just a little tiny bit, even just like maybe 3 or 4 bears, was just giving people like explosive diarrhea, just acting as like a massive laxative. And this motherfucker ate an entire 5-pound
Oh my
bag in one
God.
sitting. and
Jesus
as he's sitting there
Christ.
struggling to eat it, just in agony, he's just dropping out these just like throwaway one-liners. Just it's like, oh, like this is the time. This is worse than the time I fucking drank 3 liters of olive oil. Like, oh.
So that was my favorite part of watching through it today. Is we had like this LAB cinematic universe where he would just like name drop a different challenge in the so yeah, like he had like the 3 gallons of olive oil, and then we watched that video, and like as he's dealing with the aftermath of drinking the 3 liters of olive oil, he's like, this is worse than the time I drank a gallon of hot sauce. And then we would go watch the gallon of hot sauce video, and then like it would just keep going. And
This is
whatever,
worse
just-
than the time I drank that gallon of curdled milk I left sit out in the sun intentionally for 2 weeks.
the gallon of milk video we watched. And
That
so
one I couldn't.
so
And then he threw up in a washing machine because he
washing
didn't have
machine in
any,
his garage.
he didn't have anything else close by that was like pukeable, like in.
Oh,
So he just
That
drank the
title
water.
was funny though. I like that
I love how
title.
specific it was too. Like at the very beginning, he's like in his LA Beast voice. He's like, "All right, guys, today we're drinking a gallon of milk that I left out on a table in the sun for 2.5 weeks."
God.
He's the last like true YouTuber, like of the early days of YouTube, just that early day vibe. He's the last one still fighting that battle to keep that spirit alive.
I remembered what my my other animal nomination is, and that
Oh, yeah?
is the entire state of New Jersey. From what's
What?
happened in the news this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the drones.
They keep they keep
those-
looking at airplanes and think that they're drones.
It's
And they
everywhere.
shine
it's
lasers
all
at
across
them.
the country now.
I know, but I feel
All
like this
across the
started
country.
in New Jersey.
I mean,
And people don't know what airplanes look like, and they're just like, drone, UFO, shine a laser at it.
Dude, I had
Oh.
to fucking mute the UFOs and the aliens subreddit on Reddit just so I could stop seeing like some shaky cam of a top of a radio tower.
My
and people in comments,
favorite.
oh, I found it. I found it.
I love the ones where they zoom in and they're like, look at the shape. It's got lights at all 4 corners. What is it? I'm just looking like that's a fucking airplane.
Look at this
But-
bright white light coming out of it. Yeah, that's its landing lights. It's
Like it's their
about to
first day
land.
on planet Earth.
yeah, the idiots shooting at the commercial airplanes. Yeah, obviously those guys are idiots. However,
also shining lasers at them.
Yeah, lasers shooting
the
guns.
people that were concerned about the drones to begin with do have a little bit of now justification now that one of those things was down and confirmed to basically be like a BlackRock surveillance drone. That, I mean, if you don't know about BlackRock, you're free to look up into that company. I mean, that speaks for itself. I won't go too
Okay,
far down a
Rusty.
rabbit hole,
BlackRock. It's an investment company.
but someone's got to preach the truth now that Rusty doesn't show up anymore. Someone has to fucking fight the battle. Everyone else is fine to just bury their head in the sand and be like, "Oh,
Like I won't.
what's that? A
Like,
BlackRock
there's
drone? No,
drones
it's just
out
meme
there."
on the people shooting at airplanes instead because both sides can't be correct. The sides,
But
Why can't both sides be correct? Hey, the idiots shooting at commercial planes are idiots, and hey, we should be concerned that there's BlackRock drones fucking flying around.
I'm more concerned about the McDonald's machine scanning my face and getting my ass
That
like
dude.
Luigi.
Shout out to Waluigi, fucking.
Dude, so we had this idea earlier. So fair disclaimer, if you're wondering
You
why
want
we're
to tell
so
them about
stupid,
this?
yes,
I don't think you want to tell them about this.
we're telling them about this. But
You're
we've been in
telling them about
shrimpage
this.
since like noon today, and it's just
Which
been
is why
all
I fell
downhill.
asleep. Yeah.
But we were like, all right, so we have Luigi's down to CEO, but we need the next one to be like Mario, and then after that, Wario. And then we came up
Waluigi.
with the concept of Waluigi shooting a CEO in like daylight in the streets of New York, going like, wah, and like wah 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 wah, like away from the fucking-
Jesus Christ. Have you seen Have you seen the graffiti? The fucking who's the next? Apparently there's more of these popping up now where people are just making fucking Luigi holding a gun.
Dude, I love Luigi. We've killed Cody. Can we get
Who's
a-
the
can we-
next? Oh,
All right, I'm moving on from Animal Planet.
next?
I want to have a scroll through some of these NASCAR
those odd
stats.
NASCAR facts. Yeah, those are
So
cool.
Five Wide Sports on Twitter. There's 3 different threads, and I guess we'll just go through them and kind of like
Let's
quick
do 'em
fire
all.
them.
We can do it fairly quickly.
Yeah, he made these cute little like fun NASCAR fact little slides. He calls the wildest stats in NASCAR history. And it starts with some cute little things. Clint Boyer finished 7th in pit stall number 7 in the 07 on the date of 07/07/07.
Hearing about that one somewhere.
Was that? No,
That was the
Upside Down and On Fire. I thought he finished
No,
10th.
that was-
in
no, that was
That was
July
the
race.
2000s.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
July.
it is.
That makes sense. Matt DiBenedetto's finished in every position in the Cup Series except first.
Mhm.
I actually knew that
that.
one because of
I
Steve's
didn't
old
know.
tracker thing, but that's a good one. JD McDuffie had 106 top 10 finishes, even though he never finished a race on the lead lap. That's a good one. That's just some old school NASCAR shit.
Yeah, some spread out fields. No
Bobby
caution.
Labonte competed in more race after his final win than before it.
Ugh.
That makes sense to me because he spent so much time in like the 43,
He-
the 96,
well,
DLP
Him
cars.
and his brother were like past champion provisional
For like
merchants.
10 years.
Yeah.
So they were just riding off of that.
Dale Earnhardt won 10 twin 125 duels at Daytona in a row. I did not know that.
Yup.
That goes crazy. Benny Parsons won the 1973 championship. He finished on the lead lap once. What?
Yeah, Matt Kenseth, who?
Okay,
I guess
so
like
How come we
pre
didn't have the playoffs in 1974?
could you imagine?
like 1979, like back when it was the Grand National, whatever the hell. Like if you showed up every week, you would probably win the title because they did like 60 races that were like actual NASCAR
Benny
points
Parsons
races.
might be a more fraudulent champion than Joey Logano this last year.
Yeah, I think 72
True.
or 73 was the last year of like that like long ass schedule. But they used to like have like a third of the schedule. They would just go to local short tracks and do like 100 or 200 lap or mile race.
Yeah.
The thing about old vintage NASCAR that blows me away the most, I mean, the concept of haulers, hey, we load up a race car into the hauler, we drive the hauler, that's just kind of commonplace in motorsports now. Back in the day, once they got done with the race, they would get in the race car and drive the fucking race car to the next track.
Yeah.
Like, just, they didn't have a hauler. They would just take, all right, the race car's got wheels, let's use that to commute. to
Before
the
that was
next venue.
before this, but yeah.
That was in the 50s, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the 60s too.
I think they flat trailered these things.
Some did, some didn't.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. ran the number 88 in Cup longer than the 8.
Yep,
Yeah, it makes
do that.
sense.
Yeah, I also think that makes sense. Jeff Gordon won 13 races in 1998, but Mark Martin led more laps.
Yup.
That's not that crazy.
Richard Petty won 92 races in 5 years.
Okay, that one's a little
That's nutty.
But that's
Nepotism.
also in that era.
Yeah,
I'm
when you
guessing.
just show up with a better car
Yeah.
and just show up every week and beat these local dudes.
And there was no like salary cap for like spending of.
Jeff Gordon completed 23,269 of 23,390 laps in his career at Martinsville with 0 DNFs. That's another insane. Like, never DNFing at Martinsville?
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to DNF at Martinsville.
What?
It was also at a time period where you could
Look at-
fix the car and then get back out there.
I was gonna say, what do you mean? What? Look at how many like clips we see of like those modifieds where they would just literally have all the body work off, but they're still not like giving up. They're still completing the laps.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like that was one of those tracks where the thing
Okay,
could be
but it
beat
still
to
it wasn't
shit,
like
but you
he
can still
was
be like
a
running.
shit ton of laps down every time. He only
That's
there
right,
were
well.
39 laps that he didn't complete as a
No, it
cup
was
driver at Martinsville.
139 laps.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Do math,
Whatever.
idiot.
Part 2. This is a fun
Uncharted
one.
The numbers.
I did
No,
not
I
know
knew
this.
this one.
I
Greg
didn't know that
Biffle was
either.
34 years old in his rookie season in 2003 or whatever.
He was
I didn't
Mark
know he was
Martin
that
age
old.
when he in 2015 his last year.
34.
Damn.
I didn't know that. Damn.
So, like, we could have got another 10 years out of Biffle if he'd started earlier. Dale
All
Earnhardt
about
Jr.
opportunities.
has more lead lap finishes than Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty. I feel like that's just a product of the era.
Yeah.
Like, he was getting laps back. They weren't.
There's also more races.
Tony
Also
Stewart
more,
only
debris
won
cautions.
one of 4 crown jewel races, whatever those
Okay.
are.
What's a crown jewel?
Yeah.
Daytona 500, Brickyard, Southern 500, Bristol Night Race.
What
Okay.
about
Dale Earnhardt is the only driver in Cup history to win in 4 different decades.
That's kind of crazy.
That is kind of
Damn.
70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
O's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess Petty wasn't
Yeah.
good for that long.
Nope.
In 1998, Mark Martin had 4 consecutive second place finishes and lost ground in the points to Jeff Gordon.
That's pretty funny.
because Jeff Gordon won 13 races that
Well,
season?
no, it's saying
Jesus.
like during those 4 consecutive second place finishes, he lost the ground because
Yeah, Jeff Gordon scored more points than him.
That's funny.
Richard Petty has 349 DNFs.
God
Jesus.
damn.
Chase Elliott won a Pocono race with 0 laps led. What is that?
Denny Hamlin got DNQ'd and they
Yeah.
took the win away from him. So Chase Elliott. Yeah.
And didn't lead a lap. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
43 cars failed to qualify for the
Holy
1994
shit.
Brickyard 400. 86 attempted, and they sent half of them home because
Dude,
they only
could
had
you imagine the
43
Daytona
slots.
duels with 86 cars entered? It was like just random.
86. This is 1994. This isn't even that long ago.
Remember
But
when
look at how
people
many
actually
dudes
cared
they
about
have.
NASCAR?
That is
Yeah.
30 years ago, to be fair.
That's 30
Look at
years
how many
ago.
dudes there are at the Brickyard, though. God.
Well, that's every Indy 500.
I know, but
Half
this is a
this
NASCAR race.
Half this podcast wasn't alive when that picture was taken.
It's true. One of Richard Petty's 200 wins was a twin 125 duel at Daytona. Oh,
We've got an
What?
even bigger asterisk.
Yeah, no kidding.
damn.
They just did everything to pad the King's stats
Richard
to get him
Petty's
to
a
that magical
fraud.
200.
I'm going to tell him to his face next time I see him that he's a fucking fraud.
And just slap his hat off his head. Just
You don't deserve this crown.
Michael Waltrip led at least 1 lap in every season from 1986
That's
to
crazy.
2016.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah, it's called during the pit cycle. I can
Yeah, I
do
was gonna
that.
say.
I've done that in core races. Like it's nothing.
Cody, I love you. I would bet $10 million you could not lead a lap in the Cup Series.
I could do shit. I
You
could.
All
could
right,
lead,
not lead
last,
a- I could not lead a
last
lap.
thread.
I would lead the last lap of the Daytona 500. What do
Cody,
think
if
about
you
that?
win a Daytona 500, I will
I've won
redact it.
I've won a core 250, Daytona 250.
That's true.
Okay.
Cody has won a core Daytona 500.
Caleb, have you
That
won a
is-
core race?
No.
All right, here's a stat that kicked us all off. Casey Kane has won more recently in the Cup Series than Jimmy Johnson, which is hilarious. What race did he
That
win in
is fun.
2017?
That is a
Brickyard.
crazy stat.
Oh,
Yeah, that crazy one where everyone just kept crashing.
yeah.
Jimmy Johnson blew up while going for the lead and died.
Kurt Busch almost nailed the fucking
Dale
Yeah, well,
Earnhardt
like, head on.
ran 208 consecutive Cup races without crashing out. Over 8 years and 83,658 laps.
Can you
Holy
imagine?
shit.
Now, this is the question I had. It says he didn't crash out.
Yeah,
Did he still have like a DNF though, like a mechanical failure?
probably. I bet.
Because yeah, it's like you'd think it would specifically say like without a DNF, but no, it
Yeah, no, he
like, the
definitely
wording is-
probably had an engine going.
Well, yeah, back in that era,
back
Cup
then,
races
yeah.
were like actually endurance based and not piece of shit 550 horsepower engines, so they would blow up every once in a while.
Look how young Junior
Kevin
looks in that
Harvick
fucking picture.
has the most lead lap finishes in NASCAR history with 633. Jeff
Damn.
Gordon second with 588.
God damn.
Been consistently fast. Rusty Wallace led exactly 276 laps in both Richmond races in 2001 and didn't win either of them.
That's pretty funny.
This is one that I found out.
This is something.
That's so sad.
Did I find this out on the podcast? The Wood brothers never won a championship.
Why is A capitalized?
It's like poetry. I don't know.
That's a good question.
Wait, no,
yeah,
Josh
I guess
Berry
when
gets
they
in that
had
car, baby. We're
when
going
they
all
had
the
David
way.
Pearson kicking ass in that car, they just didn't do the whole season, which is crazy. They would just show up and win a bunch.
That's what's crazy is he is like to this day third all time in Cup wins with like 105, and yeah, they never got shit out of it.
I think he's second.
Tim Flock. Oh, this is the Jocko Flacco story. Tim Flock had a monkey named Jocko Flacco in his car for 8 races in 1953, including a win at Hickory.
Yeah, we knew this.
The monkey attacked Tim in their last race together. Yeah, this is a very well told story.
I would love to like be inside that car. He's just like going like 140 miles an hour in that old piece of shit death trap. All of a sudden, just fucking monkey just starts like climbs on his head and just starts clawing him. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm sure that's not animal abuse. Dude, getting strapped into a fucking race car.
I think just clawing at his eyes. While he's
Can you
trying to
imagine
drive.
being Jocko Flacco and like crawling
Like
into a
you're
Cup car
built
for the
for
first
like
time?
swinging around vines in the forest and like eating
They
like
just
tree
force you
nuts and
down.
shit, and you're just
Can you
in a
imagine?
suit like strapped into a race car driving around in
Could
circles.
you imagine aliens abducting you, strapping you into a race spaceship, and just
Parading
You
you
going like
around.
800 miles an hour, like perspective wise.
yeah, you're going like
Yeah.
Mach 15 inside of an alien race spaceship.
It's
I
just
go
louder
fucking
than
crazy
anything you've ever
too.
experienced.
Was
This-
that the end of the thread? Was
No,
Jocko
no.
Flacco
I just
the
wanted to pull us up for Jocko Flacco fucking bits. This is a fun one. Casey Kane's average finish in the truck series is 1.2. He won 5 of his 6 career truck starts.
Look on. Oh, this is how I discovered that thread. I saw a quote tweet from that. That's someone had like quote tweeted that particular one. Apparently, the one race that he didn't win was Pocono 2010, 2011. Basically, he lost the race to Elliott Sadler, finished second. And the very next day was that Elliott Sadler crash where he like destroyed the
Oh,
inside
damn.
banking and ripped the engine out that like no one has on film.
I will
So,
say he
yeah, it's just-
cheated in at least one of these because they had that Haas truck that was just totally illegal. And I think he got like the win taken away. Or maybe I think that was before they took wins away and they just said your shit's illegal.
Look how young he looks there.
David Pearson won 2 consecutive poles at
That's
Charlotte
11?
Motor Speedway.
11.
Oh, 11.
This ain't the Roman numerals, idiot.
Why did I think that was Roman numerals? What the fuck? Maybe I saw Charlotte and I think of like when they say like the second race at a track and they drop the Roman numerals. But yeah, he won 11 consecutive poles at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is a much harder thing to do than 2.
This upcoming one kind of blew me away that I never knew.
Jeff
I knew
Gordon
this.
was
You didn't know
supposed to
this?
drive the 46.
Not
Paramount
really.
Pictures and Days of Thunder licensing blocked it.
He's just always been the
Yeah,
24.
because they
for
wanted the
mine.
licensing for
The
their
electrical.
own.
Yeah.
So 24.
Damn.
Why did they want the 46?
You can see the 24 in the background too.
Yeah. But why did Paramount Pictures want the 46?
For Cole Trickle, because he drove the 46, so it was like licensing reasons.
Yeah.
Like so they could sell 46 NASCAR
Oh.
merch.
Interesting.
Has
And
anyone raced
I
that
knew that.
number
I didn't know the
since to
whole
this
story
day?
though.
Or is they just had that license ever since?
There's like that one video that
They don't have
never
that
happened.
license anymore.
Yeah.
Well, can you think of
40.
any
46 is
car?
such a shit ass number that nobody wants to run it.
I was gonna say, can you think of any car that's like raced the 46 since then?
Oh shit. There is an answer for this. I can
No.
look it up.
What does Racing Reference have to say about it?
Well, I can just look at that one thing that we did.
That one thing. Shout out to President Musk trending.
Jesus Christ.
Like I said, what a timeline to be in, huh?
I'm gonna kill myself.
46, dude.
Carl Long. Carl Long.
Oh, Carl
yeah.
Long and Michael Annette in 2016.
Michael Annette.
Those were the two answers.
What was the number that Carl Long was in when he flipped?
It's 46.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. The Rockingham flip.
Jimmy Johnson completed 5,906 of 5,906 laps he ran at Auto Club Speedway.
Rest in peace.
Is that true? Has he ruined that record? I guess the track died right as he was falling off, so he couldn't ruin that record for himself.
That's
Like if
funny.
that track was still around, he would have gone there in the 84 and crashed out on lap 2 and wrecked his own stat. But because the track died, he can't do that anymore.
And Alex Bowman killed it before he could, so.
That's true. Alex Bowman did kill that racetrack. Hold on, let me,
Fan mail time.
is it really already?
What do you mean
know what
already?
time it
We've been
is.
going for like an
It's
hour
media
and a half.
check-in.
There's no media to be checked in.
That's true.
Sure there is.
I guess not. Okay.
GTA Sumo.
Dude,
Yeah,
GTA
okay,
Sumo,
okay. We've been
being
playing
deep
GTA
and
Sumo
ripping
again
it.
recently.
It's gonna start Shrimp Civil War Part 2.
GTA, first of all, I think they've straight up deleted a bunch of the adversary modes because I just can't find them anymore. So I don't know what happened to like Hunting Pack and Running Back and a bunch of those other game modes. But they do still have Sumo Remix, which is a lot of fun, and we do enjoy it, getting a bunch of dudes and ripping some GTA Sumo.
It
Which is the
drives
thing
us
with the
apart.
cars.
It fucking, we have civil
It's
war.
broken. Like we've had like more than half of our victories be fraudulent because this game will just give the win to the wrong person. Have we talked about this on this podcast before? I feel like I rant about this a lot.
We must have, but
It's literally
been
if-
a while.
If more than one person dies in the same round, like you can literally have someone sit in the circle and win, and the game will be like, nah, someone else won. Like it just gives the win to the wrong person
Drive-thru
often. And
then
it's specifically racist towards me more
Good,
often than not,
good,
except for
good.
once today in which
But he's
Ben and I may have stolen a victory against Caleb and Cody.
Stop
Might
the
have.
steal! Stop the steal!
and that's what killed it.
Stop the
And that is
count.
what killed it. And the game was
We all
alt
did
F4.
for it.
And
Yeah,
it
we all
ultimately
did for it.
almost killed the podcast.
Well, one person
because
did.
You left and then went to
No,
go
two
take a
people did.
nap and-
I alted for it out of that shit ass game.
And then Ben and I played ATV Off-Road Fury 2. Which is the first video game I ever owned.
I'm still
It
pissed.
still
about
goes
that.
hard to this day.
I'm not to joking phase about that yet.
Yeah, too soon. I'm kind of pissed that you brought that up.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck you, drive-thru, you Canadian bitch.
Send in your fucking mail.
Good
Wash your
send off.
fucking hands.
Yeah, that's too good. I had to hit the button.
Send them in, guys. Wash your fucking hands.
Watch your fucking hand slap and show up to the podcast next week, you stupid
At
bitch.
this point. Welcome to fan mail.
He did show up.
Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan
Hey,
I
Al.
have Snoopy pants. I
I
just
thought
thought
we
I
were-
would tell you.
I thought we were about to get a free show from Caleb there.
If you want to see Caleb's pants, send us an email. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. Also
Christmas
taking
special
other
next
questions, comments,
Hold on.
and
Why am I not the top left? I'm
concerns.
always used to pointing down. My spot
Yeah,
has
it's
been
because
stolen.
Slap died. When did we record last week? On the
This is probably like the
11th?
only podcast I've ever brought on where Slap wasn't.
I'm trying to figure out how many of these we
The 10th.
actually looked at. Okay, because we may have to reread some emails that we brought up on the dead one.
God. Or
There's actually not that many.
Or we just don't have to read every single email ever.
So I will say, I asked for if people actually cared about anime 2 weeks ago, and apparently a lot of you actually do, and we got a bunch of emails about like, here's my favorite anime.
Oh my god.
We're going to be reading that whenever Slap is here, and to him specifically, and to the rest of us. Like, I'm sorry, but like,
I will literally go to bed if
I say we tried this last week, and it was just like, so and so show is good. And I was like, okay. I will say I did see one clip from MF Ghost of some fucking cars ripping it, and that actually looked kind of sick. I've never watched that though. Okay. I probably should have checked which ones we actually read.
Nope.
Let's do zero prep for this podcast.
That we want slapped.
Okay, we're going straight into this. No, I'm not going to those. All right. First email starting like 10 days ago, and this one comes in from Nate. And the email opens with, "Hallelujah, the podcast isn't dead," which is a hilarious thing to send him last week. But he said, "Have any of you kept up with Tokar?" Which is apparently an 2003 like AI thing that I've never heard of. Cody, do you know
we have
Twisted
a better
Toe?
series.
Yeah, we have the Scrub series,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, Scrub series is better.
Damn. Bunch of
Hey,
haters over
fuck
here.
John and Rip Omar. That's all we'll have to say.
Nate says he was born in 03, but he still remembers DVDs, VCRs, DVRs, CDs, VHSs, and CRTs. His first video game console, not including a Leapster Leapfrog, which I don't know what that is, was a
kid
Wii.
console.
Traded that in for an Xbox One, and the first true NASCAR game he played was NASCAR Heat 5, which is tough. And asked, of the consoles you've owned, which one was the best in terms of games you played on it? And I will say PS2, because we were literally playing that today.
PS2.
It's just it's the greatest console. It came at like the perfect like technology cycle of like shit's 3D now, and the worlds are more expansive, and you can do shit like San Andreas on it. It's like the most well-sold console in the world for a reason.
What about you, Caleb? PS2?
Definitely the PS2, but I'm trying to figure out why my Twitter trending tab has Temu Obama, Dollar Store Obama, Eye Patch McCain, and Troops trending right now.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
I want to see what Temu Obama's about.
I just saw someone else tweeting about their threads.
That's a hell of a trend.
Temu Obama on it. I don't have it on mine. I just have President Musk, which is crazy.
I have it uninstalled.
It's
Next
people
email.
on Twitter being racist.
Oh, that's fine.
Uh-oh. Nah, that never happens.
Nate says, I'm the one who asked for an Indiana Jones video game. Indy was my superhero growing up. I heard it's pretty good. I heard it's like really good, actually. Not that I'll play it. Much love from Crazy Nate. Please someone necromance Rusty so he can ramble on about conspiracies and LSD-induced malarkey. As long as it doesn't say anything hateful, I don't see how Rusty yammering about flat earth, fake moon landing, or mud flood could be harmful to the podcast.
Listen, we didn't kick Rusty off the podcast. Rusty voluntarily has abandoned us.
Rusty left and never came back.
He left his family, went to go get milk, and we're still looking for him. So.
Once again, we got more anime emails. I will be reading these later to slap.
We're
but
never
thank you.
reading. If you do not send in your anime emails to shrimppub.
Yeah, don't send them in, guys.
Well, I asked anyone to send in if they care, and apparently they do. So my question has been answered. Carl writes in. Carl says,
those people.
Assad is gone. The correct 8 font is coming home, and it turns out Slap's real name is Luigi. We've never been so back. Caleb bought another Prius, and my computer blue screened while writing this email. Not a joke. Shrimp Hours killed my computer. NASCAR sucks. Country and Western is still rubbish. From Carl.
It's true. Thank you, Carl.
Yeah, that's why Slap didn't show up.
I hope Slap dies in an automobile wreck.
Who says
Who
that?
says that?
I say that because you're a piece of shit. Slap shoes.
And Carl also says, for Thanksgiving, my aunt makes a version of Kentucky Derby pie with either rum or bourbon in it.
Oh,
You haven't truly lived until you've gotten drunk off pie. Yeah, we looked this up on the non-scene episode.
That was a dead podcast. So.
Mm-hmm.
But it did look good. Whatever Kentucky Derby pie is. It looks like some kind of like
bourbon
pecan
and
chocolate bourbon thing. Which sounds great, honestly. I'm here for a friggin' Derby pie. Chocolate and walnut open-faced custard pie. It was created in the Melrose. Wow, they got the specific location they made this pie. And apparently they made it for the Kentucky Derby.
Do you know why chocolate chips are called chocolate chips, DT?
No.
Because they were invented in Chip, Pennsylvania.
Is that real? That doesn't sound real.
I swear to God that's real.
What? I'm fact checking you on this.
Yeah, you're gonna learn something today.
What's the truth-o-meter have to say about this?
Yeah, what's Snope say?
The chocolate chips were invented in Whitman, Massachusetts.
Pants on fire.
You didn't get me. Like, that just didn't sound like, what the fuck? Shit, Pennsylvania. Why do you come up with this? Just spreading misinformation as a tweet, as a treat. Fuck.
This is how false rumors get started on the internet. People like Caleb, and then someone reads it. It's like, oh, that's true.
Did you just come up with that off the top of your head?
Yeah, dude, I don't know where the fuck that came from. I just thought it would be funny to waste like 30 seconds and make you look that up.
You know what the sad part is? Like, me not half paying attention right now, I almost like believe that for a split second. That's how gullible people are.
Yeah, they're called chocolate chips because they're fucking chips made out of chocolate, dumb fuck.
Wow, dude. All right.
Oh
Okay, so Driven Dragon 4 sent in a joke a week ago, and we read it a week ago and didn't understand it. So it's been a
you
week.
Understand it yet?
I will read it again. Okay, whoever this is, they said, here's a joke. What is a Talladega fan's favorite thing?
Boobs in the boulevard.
Sweet Home Alabama.
I think it's a joke. It's just kind of a
This is a statement. You just
Riddle.
made a
I agree.
statement.
I still haven't figured it out.
Did you see that on like a popsicle or something?
What is a Talladega fan's favorite thing?
This is like if you take
Sweet
the
Home
Egyptian
Alabama.
Sphinx and had it as an infant and beat it about the head and dropped it on the floor, and then it told you a different riddle.
Okay. That
What?
was a sentence.
You don't know, like the Sphinx, like to get into the pyramid, you have to answer the Sphinx riddle, but it's like a stupid riddle.
Anyway, Driven Dragon
I
4
don't
sent
think you're
another
gonna get him a
email,
second time.
and they said Rusty War Crime and terrorist Hoffman were found leaving the building of a well-known healthcare CEO.
It's true.
The last words before the supposed gunshot was "kill yourself." While both are still at large, it should be noticed that Rusty War Crime is best known for having been on a podcast named Shrimp Hours. His recent departure came as a result of domestic terrorism against other shrimp members and the organization called NASCAR for, quote, becoming communist and destroying democracy. Shrimp Hours has not commented on the situation, although it appears they're being investigated for committing live war crimes on air. More at 11.
How is Caleb and Rusty get name dropping that, but Slap, the guy who we know owns like 28 firearms, like
Can we expose Slap?
He even
'Cause he's
looks
not
like
here?
he even looks like that guy. Like he probably just shaved his eyebrows, fucking like to blend back into Shrimp Hours.
Shrimp Hours, dear viewers, I hate to be the bearer of bad news and break this to you.
Uh-oh.
Slap Shoes is a Fed.
We've
We
known
already
that.
knew that. That's not
known that.
news.
The audience doesn't know that.
Yes,
Yeah, they do.
They've made many mentions to it in their emails. They catch on very quickly.
Yeah.
Give our
Dude,
audience some credit.
Slapshoes, he was scanning the faces at that McDonald's and saw that how close those eyebrows got and sent them in. All right.
Dude, if that motherfucker just like shaved his eyebrows, he would have gotten away scot-free.
Dude, that's what I keep thinking, man. All he had to do was just like get him, build him, like just go down the middle and build himself a gap. He would have been good.
That was such an identifying trait about him. If he just got rid of those eyebrows, like he would just blend in with society, just like
Maybe not
Or
blend in. You'd maybe
or
like
just trimmed him, just trimmed him like.
It's true.
That did feel like a peak Twitter day where we found out the identity of the shooter, and everybody on Twitter just went thirst posting. Was like, he's fucking
That
hot.
was crazy.
It wasn't even. It wasn't just Twitter. It was fucking everywhere.
I will
Dude,
say,
I saw a post of like a fucking dildo attached to a computer monitor with his face put on it.
what the fuck?
My favorite
That
posts are the
would be
ones
on
where
your
people are
feed.
like, they're like at a party or like work, and it's like, hey, I just want to thank Luigi so and so for coming and hanging out with me at whatever day it was
12 to 4.
yeah, from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. Like, had a great time.
It is kind of funny that everyone was dogging on the NYPD for posting a picture of the guy with just like the different jacket on, and they're like, it's not the same guy, and it was absolutely just him like the day before checking into his hostel.
Did you see everybody freaking out? It's a while ago now, but like the Find Luigi videos were starting to like pick back up. So somebody posted the Find Luigi video
Oh.
before we found out it was Find Luigi, or his name was Luigi.
I'd been seeing that like a week before, because I guess it's just on like gaming Twitter where they do the like the Mario Party thing where all the faces go across the stream and the screen. You have to find Luigi, and then the thing came out and they found his name and they're like, oh my god, they found Luigi. Anyway, the next email comes in from Peyton, who says,
Just
howdy
wait for him.
shrimps.
Go ahead.
After listening to last week's episode, I can confirm that I'm one of the 21 people that has this godforsaken show as their top podcast on Spotify. I hate my life.
No.
On that note, I want to say thank you guys for making the show. I genuinely do enjoy listening to it every week,
No, you
even
don't.
if it is at the
No, you
expense of
don't.
my brain cells.
Hopefully,
yeah.
you're one of the Rogan viewers too, like yours truly.
My question for the week is, what was your favorite non-racing sports moment of the year? Mine would have to be going to my first NFL game and watching my Seahawks get dicked by the 49ers.
Base.
Apologies for the essay. That wasn't that long. And fuck you, Caleb.
Fuck you, piece of shit viewer who I don't even know the name of.
Easy answer. I think it was technically this calendar year, but it was
Damar
a long
Hamlin
time ago.
dying.
That was not this year, but okay. My favorite one was easy. It was the Packers decimating the Cowboys in the playoffs this earlier January,
That was this year.
and the entire nation enjoyed that because everyone hates the Cowboys. So we all got to. The Packers brought the entire nation together for one evening.
Favorite non-racing sports moment of the year? I don't know that I have one.
I was about to say, what if my life sucks and all my teams suck and I have nothing good to root
I would
for
say
like
the Leafs
Cody?
getting out of the first round, but they sure shit didn't do that.
Hey Caleb, remember when you still had hope when the trade was announced that Kirk Cousins is coming to the Falcons? Remember your happiness during that trade.
This guy's also wearing the shirt of the literal dead-ass last place team in the NHL right now.
Not only that, I wore this shirt. I got this shirt at the game where in game 4 of the playoffs to tie the series, they blew a 2-goal lead in the last 30 seconds to lose the game in overtime. Nashville Predators.
That's
Short even
crazy that
say?
they were in the playoffs.
They were
stand-
in
I
the
stand with
playoffs.
garbage.
Oh, shrimp hive mind
Hold
is
on.
undefeated.
I still have the fang fingers by
The
my
what?
desk. The little predators.
What the fuck are those?
The
Fang
walrus.
fingers.
Whenever the Preds go on power play, you do fang fingers. You go like that.
There's a certain other
you-
type of fingers that you can say.
Sometimes you have to use the predator fingers to diddle.
Oh my
God.
god.
Predator
shout out-
fingers. Write that one down.
Shout out P30 in the league, the
For a title.
National Child Predators.
P32 in the league.
Oh,
You
my
better be
bad.
writing all these potential titles.
They
down.
actually
Yeah.
just traded Alexander Carrier, who is one of their top 4 defensemen.
Who the fuck? I've never heard that name in my life.
Well, he's a Montreal Canadian now, so.
So we made it out. All right, we only
Double
have
fingers.
4 more emails.
There's Caleb's thumbnail right there. Make sure to mark that down, DT.
I'll remember, or I won't. Keegan writes, "Hey Shrimps, I have to ask,
No.
when are these being recorded now that core is on Monday?" Well,
Whenever the fuck we have time, and it's not dead.
Literally
Tuesdays,
the next
Wednesdays,
Wednesday.
Thursday.
We are
Never.
a week behind.
yeah. The answer is 10 days later. Secondly, what's the most random fact you know?
I want to die.
And then they dropped 2 facts, one of which we actually just read. Just that 86 cars tried to qualify for the Brickyard 400 and 43% home. And 2, Abraham Lincoln is approximately 300-0 in his boxing career. Thanks from Keegan. Is that a... Someone understand that reference?
He was also like 6'5" when like the
He
average
was also
height back then
0-1
was like
against gunshot wounds.
pop.
Actually, he might have dueled before.
All right, the next email comes in from Keegan again.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked
Now you
up.
fucked up.
Now you fucked
Now you
up.
fucked up.
Keegan writes in and
So
says,
the woman, John, calm down. Just
I
calm
love that
down.
I love that
Come on,
the
we're having a
entire
moment here.
premise of that sketch is what if Lincoln deserved it.
"Oh, is this whitest kids you know?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You're just sitting
there's
up
a-
in the booth. Now you fucked up.
For those
Now you
uninformed,
fucked.
there's a famous way, well, famous at least to the fans of the group. There's a Lincoln sketch where, just the premise of the sketch is the play's going on and everyone's minding their business, and just a drunk, intoxicated Lincoln just starts obnoxiously heckling the actors from the stage, and John Wilkes Booth just eventually has enough and just goes up there, and the rest is history.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know the whitest kids you know, if you thought this show made you lose brain cells, that show comes live from the mind of someone who would eventually get drunk and decide to somersault off his balcony to see what happens and died. So maybe don't.
Not the first.
Damn.
There was that One Direction guy this year.
Oh, dude.
Anyway, Keegan
the
wrote
fuck?
another email that says, "Sorry to write so close together, but that Lumar scheme is so ass. The gradient from red to orange on only the hood. Hendrick
Yes,
design
thank
team
you.
needs something terminal done to them." From Keegan.
Again,
You're
Caleb, the
hating.
issue is we looked at all of those duds, all those deads, and then we saw that Lumar
Deads?
scheme.
Deads.
Deads.
The Lumar one was
Hey.
okay. Like I fully am on board with death threats to Hendrick design team, but not for that car.
I agree.
Like for the 48, yes,
Hold
100%.
on. Has Ryan Williams received his Red Rocket Nut of the Year award trophy?
The trophy is being delivered to me, and then it'll be shipped out.
Nah, he's gonna keep the thing. He's gonna
But it is
scratch
on the
off
way
and
to
write the
me
Ben crazy
right
on
now.
it.
Okay.
He's gonna embezzle the trophy.
2 more emails. This
Embezzle
one
it. I
comes in from
Purchased it.
Jack,
Exactly.
who says Bleacher Report is the new daily downforce. Apparently they posted a clip of some dude trolling on NASCAR Heat 3. I think I know who that is. And proceeded to call it iRacing. How come racing is the laughing stock of the Bleacher Report socials? On the others we get awesome clips and quotes, but here it's all slop. At this point
Because
it's
it's
just
all a bunch of dumb
freebooting.
rednecks. The
Does this,
stereotype hasn't
does this
changed as
actually
much as they
do
want to
anything for the
pretend it has.
sport? This is dumb. I hate the internet. They probably just have some stupid kid running the socials.
They
That too.
probably aren't going to try either until TNT, who they're partnered with, starts broadcasting the races too. So
And they probably also don't care about NASCAR, so they're just going to post stupid clips on
yeah,
there.
because they know they're going to get 3.4 thousand followers and get dumb kids in the comments saying, "How do
They
I
don't put
install
it on-
Wreckfest mods?"
They don't put it on Twitter though. That like any of the video clips. They just put their like graphics. I have to go in Instagram to find Bleacher
good.
Report
Who's going
racing
to
tweets.
Instagram and following the Bleacher Report? That's your first problem.
That is true.
That is true.
Hurry up
I
with
guess-
the last email.
BR racing. God damn.
How many emails do we have left?
He said
One.
apparently.
Andrew
Oh, okay.
R, a good friend from down Andrew R says, "Morning all y'all. My uncle
Hello, Andrew
Rob,
R.
being the thoroughly boomer chap that he is, decided to fork out $45K for a Holden Kingswood HT.
The fuck is that?
Is.
That's not Holden, so it's probably cool.
It's a Chevy.
Oh, okay. It looks like a Valiant Charger. All right.
Sure.
I don't know if I would spend $45,000 on that. What's that?
After he enjoyed an undisclosed amount of frothy fermented vegetable product, I had the pleasure and misfortune of driving this piece of 1970s tech. 3.3 liters, 3-speed. Jesus Christ. In contrast, my Mazda 2 has a 6-speed, which is too many. What do the shrimps think that the ideal number of gears in their gearbox is? 5.
8.
6 is good for some highway driving.
6.
I think 6. Yes, I know this is irrelevant to both automatics and electrics, but I like having a manual gearbox because it's fun. PPS Borg Warner T5, the greatest gearbox ever made. Sure.
Borg Warner trophy.
Oh yeah, that is the guy with the trophy.
It is the guy with the trophy. And once again, that'll do it for another podcast.
We made a podcast. We actually did it.
Nah,
It
this
wasn't
is being shelved.
ass.
This one sucked. Let's bury it. Like we did the last
Compared to last week's, dude.
Last week's.
Compared to last week's, they're like,
Wasn't it the same lineup, except just I was missing?
Cody was the missing
yeah,
piece.
but Cody was the missing piece, but we also weren't coming off of like 12 hours of shrimpage to the point where everybody's just fucking delirious.
What are you
So
talking about? We've been here since
True.
like literally 11 hours ago. Showed up at like noon.
I was saying last week, you stupid.
Oh.
All right. What's
know
the
what?
name of this podcast?
My bad. My bad.
Biblically accurate bitch or predator fingers.
There's another one in there.
Can
that
we
I don't
say
think I've
bitch in the
written
title?
down.
There was earlier ones, I thought.
I think we can censor bitch.
You can say bitch.
Predator Fingers is pretty good.
No, but it's not as good.
Okay.
All right.
Both of them are me submissions, so I'll take it. Good Caleb.
Biblically accurate
week, I
bitch.
Should start writing more down.
Bye.